Tonight is the night. Second round action. Minnesota Wild taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. 8:30 tonight. You can listen to that game on our sister station KRWB, AM 1410, FM 102.9. We welcome our NHL Insider to the program, Guy Francois. Guy, a very good morning. How are you?
Boy, am I good. I'm a little tired, as you could probably hear, Mr. Charlie. I spent long hours in the night partying, if I can say that on the radio, that I was partying with my longtime friend last night, Bruce Jenner. So here I am now, just winding down, getting ready for hockey.
I suppose, all you athletes really stick together, don't you?
Well, he and I, we stuck like glue, as Sugarland once said.
Oh, hey, we appreciate the country shout-out there this morning. I tell you what, second-round action got underway last night, and maybe a little bit of a surprise there. Washington Capitals, a team that you did not predict to go into the second round. They get an opening victory there in New York. How surprised are you at the Capitals here?
Actually, very surprised. I think the last time we talked, kind of put down Alex Ovechkin, but I tell you what, I mean, there's no denying Washington Capitals, very good team, but the Rangers, boy, I thought Rangers were going to win Cup last year, and then obviously very good this year, and you know what? Sometimes you get the mojo in the playoffs, and I think that's what Washington's doing. Some momentum coming off an emotional series win over the Islanders. So we'll see what happens, though. It's a long series, Charlie,
Very long series. Ducks get a 6-1 victory to start things off on the right track there at home. Boy, it was kind of an even game for a while there, and then Ducks score a couple and just took it from there.
Yeah, I don't know anybody wants to play Anaheim this time of year. That goes for every season, but we see the power and the strength of a team like that. They're going to be a tough out, I tell you what.
Minnesota Wild taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Third straight time that the Wild have had to face the Blackhawks. They lost, of course, 2 years ago in 5 games, last year in 6 games. What's your prediction here? What do you see? What is important to you coming into this series?
Well, the big matchup, I think, as you could say, with any series, really is going to be the goaltending, and I think that's where a lot of attention's being paid because Devin Dubnyk, he's been playing really well, and then you look at the other side, Chicago, a team that has been able to rely on Mr. Corey Crawford a couple years. He's been shaky, and that's probably being a little polite, I guess, to say, and if that is indeed who they go with for the start of the series anyway, it's going to be interesting. But I don't think there's any doubt about it that Chicago has the offensive ability to play with anybody, to beat anybody, especially with St. Patrick Kane, back in lineup. But Minnesota just has found ways and has played so well together. So we'll see. Physicality, I think we're going to see some of that, and I think a lot of that will come from the history that you mentioned. 3 years in a row, divisional opponents. It's going to be fun to watch unfold. Prediction-wise, boy, Charlie, I say that Chicago was going to represent West in the Stanley Cup final. It's hard to go back against that, but Minnesota is playing as well as anybody at this time. And as they say, le thème de semer le jour de la dire. So that's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, like they always say. For those of us that don't know what that meant, like Judy, I don't know if she knew what that meant. What does that mean again?
The time to love one another, the day to say it.
Oh, yes. Amen to that. You get that now, Judy?
Got it. Thanks.
Talking about Devin Dubnyk, how about this? Yesterday, nominated for the Masterton Award. He's already up there as a finalist for the Vezina Trophy as well. It's hard to say enough good things about the guy, but I think he's getting the recognition now that he deserves.
Well, he is. He played very well. Now, if I could knock the guy, facial hair needs some work. But yeah, to be up for the Vezina Trophy, look, I don't know that he comes away with that award, but to be one of the 3 finalists after playing for it, I don't even know where Arizona is, to be honest with you. So for him to come from a team like that midway through and to play as well as he did, and then the Masterton Trophy, it's one of the great honors in hockey. It's not necessarily a performance award, but it's one that I know the players really enjoy. I recall when Josh Harding of Minnesota won that couple years ago. He was so proud to be up for it and then to win it. So for Dubnyk to be in that same realm right now is Minnesota has something going, and I'm proud of the young boy Dubnyk because he's going to make some money coming up, I think, here. He's free agents, the great thing about hockey.
Yeah, I want you to talk a little bit about Parise. With all of your insider knowledge that you have, what do these players around the league say against playing a guy like Parise? We've got a lot of mosquitoes here in Minnesota, and that's kind of the term that comes to mind. I mean, guy is a hard worker. He's always around the puck. Just doesn't seem like a very easy guy to play against. Is that kind of what people tell you?
That is what I hear, and I knew his dad, and may he rest in peace, and I think that's something that Zach is kind of channeling right now, playing for him. But yes, around the league, the reputation for many years, even back when he was in that dump called the New Jersey, everybody say he's one of the hardest workers in the game of hockey, and He continues to impress. He works so hard for every single shot. He works to get to the puck. And unlike that lazy boy Ovechkin, at least he'll play some defense as well. It's not just about playing the offense. And he might be still to this day. I mean, we're talking top 5 American players. And even though the goal numbers aren't always as high, he works so dang hard, Charlie, and I think he makes teammates better. And that's what the players around the league, they tell me. I have conversations, the text message, and even PK Subban and I, are country club buddies. We get on the America Online Instant Messenger every night, and, he tells me that he's good, sends me the smileys, the emojis, and then he say, Zach Parise, he's a real good player. LOL, OMG. I think he could be a good player anywhere.
Wow, yeah, that's love your insight there. Speaking of, before we let you go, got to get your prediction on your hometown team. Montreal Canadiens taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning, of course, coming off that emotional 2-win Game 6 in Detroit. Then they come back home and handle the Detroit Red Wings there. What's your prediction?
Boy, I mean, you can't go against Montreal this time of year, I suppose. But like you said, Tampa Bay Lightning got to be real good, beating Detroit. Two consecutive wins to close out series, and then Game 7 against Detroit. I mean, look, Steve Yzerman and I, we never did get along, but I guess I'm happy for the Punk for, getting that team down there. I don't know necessarily where Tampa Bay is either. I don't know how you play hockey down in Cuba, but, I just, it's one of those things that we'll see what happens. But Montreal is going to prevail in it. And the reason Montreal comes away is because je ne peux c'est vous toi des fois les siens. And that's what it comes down to, Charlie.
I agree.
Oh, Julie agrees.
Yes.
Good to hear from you, Julie, too. Charlie, you should let Julie talk more.
I know. People say that all the time. Guy Francois, we always appreciate your insight. Going to be another couple busy days, and we hope to talk to you as the Minnesota Wild head into the conference championship game. So thank you so much. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Good night.
Yeah, good night. It is 8:31 a.m. here. I don't know what time it is over in Alberta.
Charlie and Julie.
He asked me, what what's your real name? And I said, well, Charles. He goes, does anyone call you Charlie? And I said, well, yeah, my family does. And he kind of said that where he's from, family is the most important. And he says, well, I'm going to call you what your parents call you. He goes, that's how I always refer to players, so that's how I'm going to refer to you. And he must have just misheard me when I said Judy.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, he can call us whatever he wants.
Absolutely.
He's the NHL Insider, and he was live with us this morning here on Lake Country KQ92.